Alexa, turn off 20. Alexa, turn off 20. Brussels sprouts on the stalk. I'd never seen anything like it. Super excited to try. That's how they grow, right? Anyways. And then the flowers from, like, oh my god. Just look at this one. Isn't that incredible? Anyways. I asked her if it was going to shed seeds all over my apartment. She said no. So, all right, let's rock and roll. I need a ponytail holder. There we go. My boyfriend must have hung it on the light switch. That's awesome. Okay. So, water. You want to see it from the front? Grab the ground first. Tighten up through the calves, tighten up through the legs. Squeeze under. Pull in. Pull up. Sweep up. Pull elbows behind ears. Pull shoulder blades back and down. Pull your lower stomach back in. I had my 3-month follow-up appointment for the hip arthroscopy. It was more like a 4-month. And he said do a lot of back bends. A lot of stretching of the front. And I was like, always need an excuse for that. If you have reasonably good spinal movement, you can shift that first chaturanga's gotta be nice and slow for me. When I finally get a head hanging down dog, it's like, okay, we're here. Same thing, ground through the feet first, and the upper body follows. Then sink into the pose as far as you can while still breathing and maintaining control. I like to get my legs first. Same leg over, same arm under. Too close to the mirror here to be able to do what I want to do. So, okay, we came out of, and I like to do, I don't know what you would call this, but it's a warrior 3 with a bind, I guess. And then, if you can keep the bind and open to half moon, that's awesome. And then I like to float back to a warrior 2. It's a little challenging at the moment, but once you're warm, a reverse is always a really nice flush after a long segment. Whew. All right, left side. Let's see if we can remember it all. That's always the challenge. Just can you remember it all? Because I make it up as I go, right? Sometimes the left side's a little slower in the beginning. I know we're launching into eagle. That feels so good. So I wanted to come out of this into the warrior 3 with a bind. And then open to half moon with a bind. I'm having a tough time on the bind today. Float back to warrior 2. Oh. I need a really good flush in the hips. We will get there. I very rarely see solid extended side angles. We're talking heel to fingertips, and we're not stretching. We're locked your spine in line. You could come along and push on me. When I pull back, that gives me more space where I can pinch my hip flexor more. This is the hip flexor post-op. Anyways, always a nice way to come out of this. You can spiral down and step forward for triangle, or as we are doing here, you can spiral down and take a, what do you call that? Couldn't tell you. But it's a counter stretch. And then I like moving counter stretches into immediate strength movements. So for example, both these movements have that rotation, but one is weight bearing and one is not. So it's nice coupling them. Okay. And then when we came out of that, do you remember where we went? Shit. We pulled 3, came back up. At any rate, oh, I remember. That's why it was atypical. You were just like, oh, this feels really good. Let's get as much of an opening as we can. So I took a standing L and then went back. All right, a little faster. Oh, my hips. You hear them popping? Man, oh, man. I need a block. Oh. Oh, those lovely little pops and snaps. All right, let's set up warrior one. The wrestling shoe gives me a little bit more of a foundation for this, which is nice. My stance might be a little shorter otherwise. So, fix your legs. Hips are here. Upper body is here. So you're getting the most stretch factor from the outside of the knee pretty much up to the spine. Really typical and beautiful sequence after warrior one is a humble warrior. This is essentially keeping your warrior one legs and letting your upper body hang. Oh, I love coming out of this into a high crescent. And I love coming back with extra twist. And I love fleshing that out. I really think of yoga as flossing for your joints. Round, pull, plant. That is very tight across my front hip flexor. Switching grip on this humble warrior. Ooh. All right. Before we move on to the next part, I want to show you the cake that I finished making. I should say a piece of it. So, The cake is classic angel food, but I added a whole bunch of orange zest, and I have my own little ratio on the batter. I like a relatively dense cake. Anyways, and then the frosting is the juice from those same oranges concentrated until I couldn't get it to concentrate anymore. Coconut oil and whipped cream. Anyways, I'm trying to get the camera to focus on that and not my... There we go. Anyways, thanks for coming.